A team of archaeologists dug at a ruin. They cleared away broken stones and ash layer by layer. Every corner of the site whispered secrets of a civilization long gone. Then, under a collapsed roof, they discovered a small room. Inside were shelves, blackened by fire. On those shelves sat dozens of clay tablets. Many were cracked, burned, and fragile, but one group remained mostly whole. They carefully wrapped these tablets with a copper strip. They called the find the Silent Archive. The tablets were full of marks, curving lines bent, looped, and hooked in ways no one recognized. They did not match any known writing. Scholars looked for years. They compared the marks to Egyptian hieroglyphs, Mesopotamian cuneiform, and forgotten scripts from around the world. They tried countless ideas, but none worked. No one could translate the writing. The Silent Archive became famous. People wondered, what did it say? Was it a list? A story? Instructions? The tablet stayed quiet for centuries until technology changed. Experts from multiple fields gathered. Linguists, historians, computer scientists, even mathematicians joined the effort. They fed high-resolution photos of the tablets into a machine. The AI learned to detect patterns. It recognized shapes, then sequences, then groups of marks that repeated. Big math algorithms identified which combinations appeared together. Human experts corrected mistakes and guided the learning. At first, the machine guessed wrong. It tried, failed, and tried again. Each time, scholars gave guidance. Step by step, it improved. Months passed. The machine read single words, then short phrases. Eventually, it translated whole lines. The AI did not do this alone. Scholars checked every translation, debated meanings, and improved accuracy. It was not magic. It was careful, deliberate work, skill guided by technology. But finally, a voice had returned, a voice that had been silent for thousands of years. The first words shocked the team. The tablets of celestial patterns and events far beyond human understanding. They described cycles in the sky and the earth, natural phenomena that were terrifyingly precise. Lines mentioned the sky burning and rivers of shadow. Other sections described the silent watchers and walls against the light. It sounded like prophecy. It sounded like a warning. The language had no direct equivalent in modern speech. Many words combined ideas of time, energy, and danger. Sometimes a single symbol meant both storm and signal, depending on its place. The team realized the tablets were a record of past events. Some were historical, volcanic eruptions, eclipses, floods. Others were unlike anything humans had witnessed. Pulses of light, sudden magnetic shifts, waves in the earth. The AI began connecting fragments. One tablet mentioned a cycle of terror. Another predicted when it would return. The team stared at the translation, realizing they were reading warnings written millennia ago about events that might happen again. The scholars compared the AI translations with real-world events. Every known catastrophe in ancient records, from meteor impacts to sudden magnetic storms, had a tablet describing it. Even seemingly minor events matched predictions. Unexplained fires in the sky, strange lights over deserts, anomalous tides and seas. The AI's patterns showed something extraordinary. The cycle described in the Silent Archive repeated over centuries. It wasn't a one-time event. It was ongoing, predictable, and potentially more powerful than anything modern humans had seen. Some researchers doubted the AI. They said ancient people might have exaggerated, but the data spoke for itself. Every match, every repetition strengthened the theory. Then the AI made a chilling prediction. The cycle wasn't over. It was coming back. Soon, the AI began decoding sections that were once indecipherable. They described signs humans could observe: a sky that shimmered like fire, rivers that glowed faintly at night, and a low hum across the land. These weren't myths. The descriptions matched natural phenomena that could be measured today. Satellites confirmed faint pulses in the atmosphere. Seismic sensors detected small vibrations in previously dormant faults. Magnetic field readings showed anomalies no one could explain. The AI linked the ancient descriptions to current events. It was as if the planet itself was preparing for the next stage of the cycle. Some team members panicked. Others worked feverishly, hoping to understand enough to protect humanity. One translation stood out: "Prepare walls against the light, and the world will endure the coming wave." The meaning was not metaphorical. It was technical. The ancients knew something dangerous would arrive, something that could overwhelm unprepared people. As translations continued, the AI uncovered a horrifying pattern. The cycle described in the silent archive involved bursts of energy from space. These bursts could disrupt the atmosphere, damage technology, and trigger massive environmental changes. The ancients had survived it before, but barely. The team realized this wasn't just a warning from the past, it was a forecast for the present. Every tablet reinforced the idea. Humanity could be caught unprepared, just as civilizations thousands of years ago had been. The AI's predictions were more than probability. They were precise. Energy pulses, timing, and impact zones were all described in detail. The silent archive wasn't just historical, it was a manual for survival. After the first warnings were clear, the team acted quickly. They split into specialized groups. One team studied the skies, tracking anomalies in the solar system. Another scanned the planet for seismic, magnetic, and atmospheric irregularities. The AI ran simulations, matching modern data to ancient warnings. Every unusual signal triggered alerts. What began as occasional anomalies became daily events. The team discovered ruins worldwide with matching symbols: sky serpent, river in the night, walls against light. Ancient civilizations had witnessed the same cycle, despite being separated by thousands of miles and centuries. Skeptics warned that connections might be coincidental, but the evidence accumulated. Satellite readings, magnetic pulses, and deep-sea hums matched the AI's predictions exactly. In 1 week, 3 alarming events occurred simultaneously: a red aurora over Europe, a magnetic surge in the Pacific, a faint hum across the planet. The team realized this was no isolated event. The cycle had begun. The AI calculated a timeline. The cycle would reach its peak within months. The signs were growing stronger. The planet itself seemed to follow the script inscribed on the silent archive. Some scientists wanted to warn the public immediately. Others feared panic. They decided to share findings selectively while continuing research. The AI continued decoding worldwide artifacts. Every fragment confirmed the same message: the sky changes, the Earth responds, and humans must prepare. One translation chilled the team: build walls against the light. The numbers following the phrase described thickness and depth, measures to block intense radiation. The silent archive suggested humanity could survive, but only if it listened. And the first stage of the cycle had already begun. The silent archive is not just history. It is a warning for our time. For thousands of years, the ancients carved these messages into clay so they could be remembered. Now, through AI, their voice has returned. Will we listen before it's too late? The AI's work is far from done. The cycle continues. The next discovery could change everything we know about our planet, our history, and our future. Subscribe now to follow every moment of this unfolding story. Don't miss the next revelation, because what comes next might be more terrifying than anything humanity has ever faced.